welcome to From the Pastor's Kitchen. But once again, I get to share with you two of my greatest passions, my love for Christ and cooking. I know it's been a while since I've shared with you some recipes, but I had to regroup for a moment and start getting some things together and saying, hey, I need some new recipes, something that's authentic, my own recipe. So today I'm sharing with you my spaghetti squash taco boat. We are in the month of what we call our Daniel's fast. So we don't eat any meat for this month. I'm only going to add the taco meat for my son, Mikhail, because he's going back to school and he's not doing the fast with us. But this is a dish that you can use during the time of the fast. And so I have some squash that I've already prepared in the oven, and it takes 1 hour for the squash to cook. But I'm going to prepare it before you so you get an opportunity to see it. You take one whole squash and you cut it in half. It's pretty hard to cut. Oh, I wanted to make sure I cut it straight here. And then I'm going to get to the other side here. Cut it in half. Get the other side. Cut it in half. There we go. You cut this in half. Then you take the center of the squash. You're not going to use the center of the squash. You just spoon it out. I'm just going to spoon it out right quick. Dump it down in my sink, and then we'll come back and get it out later. This has a wonderful flavor to it. You can even just eat it as spaghetti. So my wife and I'll just eat ours as just this regular spaghetti. And then I'll add the taco seasoning for my son, something a little bit more hearty for him. And he can take it with him when he's on his way back to school. Okay? Make sure you get all the seeds out of the center of it. And that's why we call it a boat. See how it's shaped? It's shaped just like a boat, almost, just about. You know, a little canoe. Give you the idea of a canoe. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this one and make sure I'm scraping the center of it out again. Now, I've already prepared for you, like I said, one that's in the oven. So we're gonna eliminate a lot of time once we do it in that way. So now I'm gonna season it up. You want to make sure you season these up really, really well so you don't have to go back and add any additional seasoning to it. Liberally, I'm putting some black pepper on here. Just pinching around out of it. And a lot of folk ask, well, how much do I put on it? Well, you have to know your taste and what to put to it. But if you're not a cook, then you just want to pinch just a little bit off of it and then go back and add some a little later to it. My go-to adobe that I put in here as well, all around it, because I'm not going to season it again at all. Once I season it this one time, that's it. This is my Magic Chef. You all know I love this stuff. It has no salt in it. And I try to use as less salt as possible. There are some dishes that call for salt, but I try not to use them at all and change some things up in it. Now, this is the secret that you want to put in this squash. Nutmeg. I take nutmeg and squeeze them around. It adds a sensational flavor to this squash. I tell you, it enhances the flavor. You can eat it just by itself. And I would have to put nothing else in it. And you put it around here liberally around it. Okay? And I'm going to take this and put this in the oven. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. But before I do that, I'm going to take the one out that I've already cooked. You put this in the oven, in a preheated oven, 350 degrees. So this one has been cooking for 1 hour, approximately 1 hour. I'm going to take this one out. It's already cooked. Take the boat out. It's pretty hot. On an ungreased pan, I can take it out, sit it down like that. Now this, you take it and face it down. I don't have to oil the pan at all. Put it on the pan, same place, and I'm going to take it and place it in the oven. 350 degrees, and let it cook for 1 hour. You can smell the nutmeg on it even before you put it in the oven. Now these are already done. This is what I'm going to actually, these you can eat by themselves, but I'm going to add the taco meat to it. Look, then you take a fork and just pull the spaghetti up out of here, and all of your flavoring and seasoning goes down inside the boat. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how beautiful that is. Yes, 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 yes. Take this, do this like this. This is a meal all by itself. For one person, this is one serving in a boat. One serving in a boat you can have by yourself. Now we're gonna let this sit. That's done. All I'm gonna do to that now is add my taco seasoning to it, my taco meat to it. Let's come over here to the stove now. Let's prepare to cook this. Give me a moment, let me get my spoons. That I'm working with. 2 spoons here. Take this, I'm gonna put my meat, which is a turkey. I didn't oil it. Let me do a little oil. Working backwards a little bit. My skillet is already hot. I'm ready for you all. I don't know if you all are ready for me today, but I'm ready for you today. Okay? I'm excited about having the opportunity to cook for you as well. Put this meat in here. Put it on the side. Ooh, too hot, too hot, too hot. I got it on low. Put it on low. I'll put my meat on the side there. Watch what I'm gonna do here. Put my meat on the side. Let that cook. On the side there, take some onions on this side. Put them down in here. And I'm going to use the same spoon that I've touched my meat with. Let my onions cook down. I don't want them to cook long. That's why I'm doing them like this. Put my garlic on the side here. That is about 1/3 of an onion, a tablespoon of garlic. And then because I had leftover peppers, I hate to see my veggies just go to waste. I just diced up some peppers, which is a green pepper and an orange pepper. And I'm just gonna put it in here just to enhance the flavor to it. Once again, I'm telling you, this is my recipe. So I get to do with it what I choose to. Those are the things that I'm adding to this already. So I'm gonna turn that on the side over there, let that cook a little bit on this side, and this meat cook on this side here. It will not take any time because I allow my skillet to get hot. Okay. I'll let this cook down a little bit more. And then this cook on the side. Let's turn this fire up. This fire isn't up enough. Get this out of the way. While that's cooking, cleaning up my space over here. Turn this fire up. You can see it's getting brown. And my onions are on the side there. A lot of times when people are making tacos or taco meat at all, they buy taco seasoning. I try to stray from that. I like to use the different seasonings for it. And so today I am going to use some cumin and some chili powder. Cumin and chili powder will give you the flavor that you need for taco mix. You can keep it simple. Instead of buying all those pre-mixes, you don't have to do that. Just buy the proper seasonings and mix it up for yourself. Okay, this will take no time. Continue to do this. All right. Gonna let that cook a little bit by itself here. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Veggies on one side that's cooking. I turn my fire up. Let that cook. Stay right there for me, Cal. I'm gonna get something else together here. Just one momento. It is cooking, doing everything that needs to be done. So we're gonna let that cook over there. Just let that cook by itself. Stay right there, Kyle, over the food, and you're watching it for me while I'm preparing my next side item that I need to get together here. A few things that I need to do. I want to enhance this dish, so I'm going to do something with it in order to enhance it. Okay. Let's come back. Put that right over here. Now I'm going to stir this in, everybody. Look at this. Let's mix this all together. I just wanted to saute it just slightly because this taco meat is cooking very well. Look at there. See how well I did that? See how well that's cooking? It takes no time for this to cook at all. Let's start seasoning it now. I'm going to take some cumin and sprinkle it in here. And I taste my food as I go along. Because sometimes it may not be enough seasoning in there. You know, when you look at some programs, some of them say put a pinch of this and a pinch of that. You go to taste that food, it's so bland. I tell you, but when you do it like this, and sprinkle on, and then come back and taste it as well, you can smell the cumin flavoring in here. I love cumin. Love cumin. I love the flavoring of it. I'm going to add a little black pepper in here and a little adobo. That's all I'm going to add in here. See, this is just about ready. This is just about ready. Let's do that. A little black pepper. This dish takes no time. The only time that it takes for you to get it together would be cooking the squash in the oven for 1 hour. And while that's cooking, you can be preparing, as I'm doing right now. If you want to add the taco meat to it, you can do this and add it to it. And be working to get it done. Oh, it just smells great. I love the smell of food and the aromas of different flavors that help to enhance the food. You can see the coloration of it is browning. So I want to make sure that this turkey meat browns well. And I'm not really eating meat, but I'm going to taste this for you all just to make sure. Turn my fire down some now. Give me a moment. Let's do this. Just right. Just a hint of the chili powder. Because I really want to get the flavoring in here for this taco boat. And a little bit more cumin in here to give it the flavor. This really is a better seasoning than the taco mix itself. It really enhances it. Can you smell it, Cal? Yeah. Does it smell good? Mm-hmm. It really smells good. Okay. Let's move this over to the side. That has cooked already. So what I'm going to do now, I stopped buying a lot of the shredded cheese because it's too many other chemicals in the cheese. I like to shred my own cheese. For this, I'm going to top this off with some mozzarella cheese. And so I'm just going to cut just a little bit of it on here just to enhance this for you. Just a little bit. And my trusty shredder. I'm going to just do just a little bit for each boat. We're going to just put it liberally over the top of the dish. When I tell you it makes for a perfect dish. Now I'm not gonna put the cheese on my wife and mine's at all, but I'm gonna put it on for Kyle for him to take this with him. All right. I love cooking for my family. It gives me joy to be able to do that and then to come up with something creative and then to see the smile on their faces. I believe we should have enough of this now. We're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna put this dish together for you in 1 more minute. And you are going to be like, wow. Especially for the vegan too. The person is just eat only just the squash. That's all you have. And so now we're going to take this. Take the meat that we have over there. Take it off over here. Because this is cooked. This is cooked well. Then I'm going to take it as well and put it in the oven on roast. Right quick, and you will see the difference of what I'm going to do to this. All of this, and put all of this. Kyle's going to take all of this in his boat. Every bit of it. Looks good. What the peppers do, it enhances the flavoring of it. I would definitely say for you to make sure that you put the peppers in your dish as well. We're going to take this meat. Put it on the top here and stuff it down inside of here. Stuff it in here, right here. Stuff it in here. You don't want to overstuff it. Want me to put it all in there, Kyle?
You can.
Oh, see, listen to him. Put it all
Actually,
in
that's good. That's a lot, actually.
That's a lot. I know it is. It's quite a bit. You can eat it just like this. But sometimes I like to take it, and we're going to move this out the way. And get that little bit off the plate there as well. I like to take it and put some cheese on it. This works by itself. Look at this. Like that. Don't that look good? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. It looks good. It tastes as good as it looks as well. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, you all. That is it. Do one more thing. Just bear with me. Stay right there, Cal. I'm going to take this for your viewing and place it in the oven. I'm going to interrupt the one that's already in the oven. I'm going to take it and put it in. Watch my hands moving back and forth here. Put this in the oven and just roast it. Just a couple of minutes and give attention to it because I don't want it to burn. Put this in the oven on my top shelf so that this cheese can melt down on there. Look at there, the other one. And I'm gonna put this on roast on 300. And then we gotta give attention to it. Stay right here with it, and it's almost done. We're gonna come back and we're gonna plate it, and we will have a final dish for you, a spaghetti squash taco boat. Or either you can have the spaghetti by itself in the boat. Now I wanna take the opportunity and share with you my thought for today. What I did last year is that I gave you a word, and so this year I may even talk about a specific subject matter at hand, give you a word or a verse of scripture. My scripture for today is out of Philippians 1:6. Being confident of this very thing, that he that has begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. At the top of the year, I preached intentionally on succeeding in confidence. And so many times we make some kind of resolution of something that we're going to do for the year, we never get to it. And it appears to us as if we failed, and you really haven't at all. And so what I want to say to you and anyone else that's listening to me, please take the time and share this with somebody else. To succeed in confidence, to say to yourself, I can complete whatever task that I am engaged in, involved in, with the help of Christ. Don't take on a project without praying about it, asking God to help you and lead you. Don't make yourself any broken promises at all, but succeed with the thought in mind, I am going to complete the task. When you begin it, say, I'm going to complete it. If you have to write something down about it and in order to remember and give yourself progressive states to complete the task, be mindful of that. Let's turn our attention to this meal because I want to complete this out. It's almost down just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let's bring it up just a notch here. Roasted at 350. And all I'm doing to this now is that I'm just melting down the cheese into the boat, which gives it that ooey gooey feeling, that good, wonderful feeling when you look at it, you pick it up and you see the food in your fork and you see the cheese running down on it. It really looks good. And so we're going to pull this out in another minute. I want you to be mindful, though, definitely of what I'm trying to express to you to succeed this year. I think we all have the ability to go further than what we did last year. Let's forget about the past and those things that we didn't get accomplished, and let's focus on the things that we desire to get accomplished on this year, because it is possible to get it done. Let's pull these out of the oven. Let me get my mitt. Where did I put that, Cal? Over here. We're going to put this on the plate. We're going to plate this up, you all. And we're going to be done. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How's that, Cal?
Good.
That looks good. Let's take this. I think we can slide these into the boat, onto these boats on the plate. Look at there. Look at there. Let's take the plate and clean it up some. Don't like it for presentation looking like this. I'm going to take this off of here. Move this out of the way here. Take that out of there. Put them in an angle together there. Looks a little bit better, a whole lot better. Let's raise it up, Kyle, and let's sit it right there. This is my final presentation of my spaghetti squash taco boat. And you can do it at home. It's real simple, all right? Please keep in mind the thought that I share with you today. Being confident about all the things that you are capable of doing, and you shall succeed. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. All right? Like, subscribe, and share.